Greetings to one and all, one and all. Welcome, welcomes. Nino back. I'm back again. This is, as you know what, I want to thank everybody for your feedback. I actually didn't expect it to blow up the way it did, to be honest with you. I'm quite surprised at that. I just did it because I felt like it was something that I had to get off my chest. I'm not doing this for likes. I'm not doing this for money. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's totally not the agenda here. The reason I did this is because um, I don't want anyone to roll up to this march on Saturday. To be honest with you, I don't know if one was planned. I don't know if one was planned at all um, for Saturday, like in terms with Black Lives Matter. So I don't know if people are going down there anyway on Saturday. But from what I do know, um, them other guys, they're planning to go down there from what he says to protect the statues. But I mean, are you marching or are you protecting the statues? Which one are you doing? Like, so I'm getting conflicting messages. I'm not really too sure what their agenda is, or is it about the defacing of the statues? Now, there was a lot of comments on the last one regarding asking me how do I feel regarding the whole Churchill statue thing. And to be honest with you, that statue's been there longer than I've been born. I've never had a problem with it, regardless of my views of Churchill. I personally don't see why it should be removed, but then it's not my business. That's not my place to speak about the Churchill statue. I don't care. To Churchill means different things to different people. Like, just I guess depending on how you feel about the country in general. Do you know what I mean? And then you've got the different age group, like to I guess my mum's age and older, there'll be a whole different meaning. Like some depending on what age you are, it could be your grandparents or it could be your mother or father. It could mean different things. Do you know what I mean? You know. So as we're speaking about statues, Colson, that statue, I do have an opinion on that one. However, like hell yeah, that deserves to be where it is. I'm sorry, anything statues relating transatlantic slave trade and all that, they got to go. They got to go. And the thing is, people have been petitioning for that statue to go for years and years and years. Do you know what I mean? Petitioning, and you know, the authorities, the powers that be, felt to do nothing about it because I guess they felt, why? They didn't do anything about it. Now, people took it into their own hands to do something. Now you want to act. Like, why do you wait for people to act before you do something? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Sadiq Khan now talking about the Tate Modern and all that. I had no idea these things were going on. A lot of the stuff I'm being made aware of now. Do you know what I'm saying? About all these statues all over the place. And then you've got the media posting up all the sites where all the controversial statues are now. What's that about? So is it you now want people to go and start beheading these statues and stuff like the Columbus one? But is that what you want people to do? I mean, why have you picked out all these sites? There's some people that probably knew about this, that's made it their business and know about all this. But there's some of us like me, I didn't know where half these statues were. Do you know what I'm saying? I didn't know. I'm being highlighted to it now, but then the media's now putting out like Pinterest. It's like they're putting out the pinpoint accuracies of where these statues are, where you can go and find them. And it's like if you want to go and deface them or chop them down or what, they've done that. They've done the research for a lot of people who want to do that. Now, why are the media doing that? I don't. Well, I do get it, but it just makes no sense why they would do that. Is it like people go and do it, and all of a sudden, click click, they've got photo evidence of it to make news for their show, or whatever. I don't know, man. And then you got the Columbus statue beheading in Boston. wow. I must admit I was shocked when that happened. But then, you start going at the Columbus statues, and then, you know, but the history books still tell that lie regarding him. Do you see what I'm saying? The history books are not going to change. The statues come down. Do you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's creating a awareness for the youngers that might not have known, and be like, ask the question to us parents, like, why is that happening? So it's creating awareness as well. I mean, that's a positive. That's a positive that it's creating awareness. I'm for that. I'm for that. Their slave trade statues, they got to go. But there's a lot of Columbus statues about. I mean, you've got Liverpool, Richmond, Virginia, the Boston one. The Richmond, Virginia one ended up in the lake as well of Columbus. You got Barcelona, and there's one in New York. They've even got a university in New York named after him. Do you know what I mean? So does it stop just at the statues? Like, where does it go now? How far is this gonna go? Do you know what I mean? How far is this gonna go? It's very interesting. This is an interesting one, to be honest with you. Well, I don't want to keep this too long. The other day it went over the last time, and yeah, man. I say again, thank you for the feedback. And you know what, as well, people, you kept your comments very respectful. I know a lot of people can be trolled on YouTube and that. Do you know what I mean? And I thank you for the respect that you've shown. Not everybody agrees with me. It's just my opinions at the end of the day. You know, everybody has their opinions. Mine's an open forum. You can voice your opinion, but as long as you keep it respectful, I'm totally cool with that. I've got no issues with that whatsoever. You know what I mean? And thank you. Like, there was one guy called Callum who asks for some advice, basically, being that he's mixed race, and he's saying that a lot of his friends are predominantly black, but his mum is white, and he was a bit confused as to where he should stand. Do you know what I mean? But bro, as I say, man, just be yourself, bro. Learn the history of both sides of your family. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, be able to hold your own when you have these conversations, and don't be afraid to speak your mind. Do you know what I'm saying? But as I just say, man, keep it respectful. When you and your friends are having your discussion, you should be able to voice your opinion amongst your friends. Do you know what I'm saying? You might not agree. Do you know what I'm saying? But as long as you guys don't start fighting over it, but you know, have your opinion, bro. But learn both sides of your culture. Do you know what I'm saying? Not just one. Even though your friends may be predominantly black or whatever, but learn the history of your mother as well. Do you know what I'm saying? You know? And another thing that I like what's coming out of this is that black people and white people, we're having the conversation now regarding certain things that happen in history, whereas before it was very taboo and no one wanted to speak about it. You shy away from it and stuff like that. But the conversations are being had, and this is what needs to happen. And this is how we learn to understand each other and communicate more, because we now have an understanding, and I might know a bit more about you, you'll know a bit more about me. Do you know what I'm saying? You know? But one thing is you see, all this is a double-edged sword, because now if you go back to the workplace, is it going to affect people's promotions? If someone gets passed over for a promotion, will it be, oh, because I'm black or because I'm white? If someone gets that promotion, is it because I'm black or is it because I'm white? You see, there's a very thin line with all this, a very thin line. And it's, man, I don't know, but I'm glad the conversations are being had. We also had the treatment of Wretch 32's dad the other day, which I felt, from what I saw, I don't know why they were there. That wasn't made very clear to me. If any of you, when you see this, like in the comment section, could let me know why they were there in the first place. Even if Wretch, if you see this, I'm not saying you should do, but if you do, or anyone related to Wretch, who see this, if you know why they were in the house in the first place. But secondly, the treatment of his dad was despicable. Despicable, especially if you know, as a police officer, if you're going to tase someone, you're going to send that through someone's body. Yeah? At least do it. If you're going to do it, You can't do it at the top of the stairs. What if that man fell down the stairs and cracked his head open? Actually, you know what? The whole tasing thing is absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. If someone did that to an animal, a dog or something like that, people go up in arms. Up in arms if someone tased a dog or a cat. Why is it acceptable for that to be done to a human being? Yeah? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you see that stuff getting done to cows and all that nonsense, all that inhumane treatment. Like, you know, the uproar there would be if that was done to an animal. It's like people value animals more than humans. Like, what's going on? Like, this man is 62 years old. 62 years old, and you've tased him. He's no threat to you. What threat was he to the police officer that did that, or to the police officers that were there? You know, and this is why the police get stick from the black community, because of how you deal with things. Do you know what I mean? You know, you can have a conversation first before you back out the taser. You're not even warning the man you're going to use the taser. You've just taken the thing out and just shot him with it. Do you know what I mean? What if he had a heart condition? These are the things you people don't think of. Sorry, you people, I'm doing that again. Sorry. These are the things the police don't think of. If I use this taser, yeah, especially where someone's being non-threatening to you, are you prepared for the consequences? Do you know what I mean? If someone's got a heart condition, you tase them, that could ultimately result in end of life. This man fell down flights of stairs, man. Like, man, Wretch, I feel for you, brother. I really do, and I hope the old man's all right. I hope the family is not traumatized by this, and I hope everything is blessed, bro. I really do. You know? Yeah, man, blessed for that. Oh boy, it's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff. Yeah, so you know what? Funny enough, I saw this IG not too long ago of this. I forgot what he said his name is. He was speaking about the march with the EDL and that, and like he's basically saying people not to go. I don't blame you not to go. Just don't do it. There's no need. If they're having their march, you know, they let Black Lives Matter do their march, you know, didn't disrupt or whatever. Just let them march. Let them do their thing. Or unless you guys are already planning to march down there anyway, but I don't know. Also, yeah, that's another thing. Also, what's going on as well is, so Coventry Football Club got promoted to the Championship, right? Now they're outside celebrating. I don't know if a lot of you saw the video, but there's a video of two, I think they're black guys. They look black to me, or well, they're of light skin appearance. You know we come in many shades. So, getting backed into a corner by what 20, 30 people, throwing bottles and whatnot. Now, from what I gather, the police come, but the crowd are very enraged by something. I don't know what it is, but I thought you guys were celebrating something, like a promotion, being happy about that. So why did your celebrations turn to anger? Why did that happen? I would love to know. If anybody knows, please tell me. Anyone who knows anyone who was there, or what incited that, what caused that, please, I'd love to know. But I hear the people saying, oh, he's got a knife, when the police turned up. Me, that's the one time I'm thinking, thank God, boy, because I don't know what would have happened right there and then. You know, you had a couple youths like trying to stop them, saying, like, defending the youths, like leave them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what was that all about? What was that all about? And is this what these protests are sparking? If that is the case. Because, look, I've got a 15-year-old son, yeah? And I've got a lot of friends who have teenage children. I don't want to know that my son's going to be sent to the shop by his mum and then get attacked by a group of boys. I don't want to know. I don't want to hear that stuff because I'm going to go absolutely ballistic. Seriously, I don't want all that. And I don't want the same thing for white boys to be mobbed by black boys as well. We don't want all this. You know what? I'm hoping that a conversation can be sat down and had, because all of this is nonsense. All of this is nonsense. I don't want anybody's life at stake, especially, sorry, back to the guy on the IG, where he was saying, he was quite upset that apparently these rappers are telling the youth man them to go down tooled up and disrupt the march and all that. And he's basically saying, look, don't go, because you'll get run over by transit vans, you'll get acid thrown at you, whatever. Like, nobody should be enticing children to go down and commit violent acts. Do you understand? I tell you, it would absolutely break my heart hearing whether anyone lost their life down there. Anyone. And half of the people that are going are just following anyway. You're just a bunch of followers. Half of the people that are going. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't do it. Please don't lose your life over unnecessary rubbish. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been in the streets when I was younger. Like, that's not my life anymore. I've got 3 children. That's not my life anymore. But try know, if you come for mine, it won't be nice. It won't be nice. And there's a lot of guys my age that feel that way. Do you understand? I don't want to see anyone. It will break my heart if a mother or a father that I know says their son is here no longer because of what happened on Saturday. I swear to that will break me. It will absolutely break me, because I'm out here advocating for people not to go. I don't want people going down there. I don't want that. I don't want that. Do you know what I mean? It would absolutely tear me apart if I heard that happen, especially to someone I know. Even if I don't know you, it will still hurt. It will feel the same. The Black Lives Matter protest was for whatever it was for. It was peaceful until you had certain fractions mess up the good thing they were trying to do. I have my own opinions on that whole march thing, but my opinion doesn't matter on how I feel about them. That's an organization I've been following since the Kanika Jenkins case. I don't know if a lot of you heard about that. And what I saw after that was when they were protesting outside the hotel. And what I saw after that was a fallout between 2 members of the Black Lives Matter arguing about who got paid what for them to disperse from the hotel. And that's when I was like, no, y'all ain't for me, because you lot ain't there. You don't. I'm not saying all, right? It was just these 2 individuals that had an issue with each other because one got paid and one didn't. Do you know what I'm saying? And for me, that was like, you don't actually care. You don't actually care that someone's actually died. All you're furthering is your agenda and promoting your party. That's how I felt about that situation. I could be wrong, but that's how I felt. But yeah, I just wanted to keep this one short and sweet, really. Boy, I don't know what else to say, man. It's just it's hurting right now, man. A lot of the stuff that I see trying to be played out, especially in the media and that, and all this race baiting stuff, man, it's nonsense. There's no need for it. I don't want it. It's crazy. Anyway, people, just want to say, live life, stay safe. Remember, we still have a virus out there, so be careful. Yes, they're opening up the place slowly but surely, But like I said, I think there's a bigger agenda to that. Yeah. And I'm saying, and I'm going to say it again, come September, October, I think we're in for a rude awakening. I hope it don't come true. Yeah. But I'm eagerly keeping my eye on what's going to happen on Saturday. Eagerly waiting to see what's going to happen. Because we don't need all this, man. We don't need all this. What we need right now is unity. Do you know what I'm saying? We need to come together and devise something that we can all sit back, that will work out for the better for all of us. Do you know what I'm saying? And for me, why is it, right? And I'm talking to black people here. Why is it when we speak, we talk about leaders and stuff? Why do we always have to have a leader, someone that has to speak out? Why can't we just be us, be our own man and woman? Why does someone always have to speak for us? Someone always has to say something. Someone always has to be a leader. So we have to follow somebody. Let's stop the following thing, man. Stop the following thing. We don't need to follow no one. We just be ourselves. We speak for ourselves. I don't need someone to go on every platform and speak for me, because generally it might not be what I'm thinking. Do you know what I'm saying? And then when that happens, more often than not, someone's sold out for something and then leading someone down the wrong path somewhere or another, and then the message gets confused, and then the message doesn't start off of what it originally started off as, and it just goes somewhere else. And that goes for white people too. Why do we always look for leaders? Should be a leader ourselves. Be a leader of men. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that follow. Sorry, excuse my language. Forget that follow thing, man. I've never been a follower. Oh, did anyone see Akala's show on IG last night? He put it up on YouTube, and I watched it on YouTube. It was in 2 parts, man. Go check that out. The guy is a very intelligent, well articulated brother, and I salute him. Definitely, I salute that boy, man. He's doing good things, doing good work, man. And you know what? I'd love a sit down with him one day to chop it up and talk, man. That would be an interesting conversation, because yeah, as I was saying, people. Another thing, man, if you don't know, learn your history. No matter what culture you are, just learn your history. Not even just that history. Learn about various histories. Do you know what I'm saying? Because that opens a big debate as well. If you can tell or debate with someone, you know, even about their culture and their beliefs. Always learn about their beliefs. Never take someone's idea of how someone is. Do you know what I'm saying? Never take that idea and run with it and then feel like you don't like that person because. Do you know what I'm saying? Learn for yourself. Go pick up a book. If you don't understand, like especially if you're following Stephen, yeah, if you're following him and you hear what he's saying, but you're just listening to him, but you don't really know, go find out for yourself. You know, go read up on it. Do you know what I'm saying? Or interact. Read up on it and then go and interact with the person who you're directing your hate at and have a conversation with them. You'll be surprised. You and them might have more in common than you actually know. Do you know what I mean? You might find you have more in common. Do you know what I'm saying? I had a good brother, man, whose life was taken, right? Through getting stabbed. And you know what's funny is, in the beginning, due to some street thing that happened between me and his cousin, I didn't like him. And then me and that guy was out in the club one day, and he must have heard that, right, he doesn't really check for you. Do you know what I mean? And he came to me as a man, and we sat down and spoke. Do you know, me and this guy became best friends? Best friends until his life was taken on his birthday. So that's just a prime example of always don't take on other people's beefs. Do you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna do it and you're gonna ride with your brother or your brethren, know the history of it first. Know the history of it. Do you know what I'm saying? Know the history of what you're dealing with. You know, sometimes automatically we just like jump straight in and say, right, you know what, you're my boy, I'm gonna defend you. But sometimes you don't know what that person's done. Do you know what I'm saying? You could be defending the indefensible. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm not telling you to be a sucker in this stage because, you know, we don't condone sucker shit. But, sorry, excuse my language, but just know what you're doing, man. Before you turn around and say you dislike this person, get to know them first. You never know, you might have more in common than you actually know. You know what I'm saying? So, with that, I'm going to say love you all, man. Stay safe, stay good, and stay away from Saturday's protest if you can. Let's just say if you want to go down there and do whatever you want, do you know what I'm saying? But just stay safe, man. All it takes is one wrong, anything to be thrown. Could be a bloody coin to be thrown, and that is going to go off. It is going to go off. So if you don't need to be down there, don't do it. As I'm telling you, I think there's another agenda to all this anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think they're using you lot who's going down there on Saturday as pawns. Don't rise to the bait. Please don't rise to it. You know what I mean? With that, I love you all, man. Stay safe. God bless. One love.